Ready, I am Pakistani and watching Mr. Pakistan at all. With this video, I will teach you how to make a attender system using the RFID attender system. So first, this is a ruler sheet. So if you are, this is project basically from office. So someone office managers knows someone come and send do out for timing to know which timing it's person in the office or leave the office. That's why I made a simple little system which system works wirelessly. When using internet, you can make up 50 of these and you can use with single spreadsheet to on the server computer. You can wirelessly monitor all over in place. You can attend your attender system is what? First explain. This is our RFID card. This is the card. This is T-chain type, and this is a 2 card. What is RFID? I already explained in one of my previous video. RFID is a frequency identification card which contains a chip with copper wire, which is as when placed this reader, it will pick up the magnetic field and it generates a code which picked up by this reader and telling the system Wi-Fi or internet. This time this table is connected. This is just only powering this circuit. You can connect a charger and place anywhere in the world, and server is no matter any place in anywhere in the world. This is a card. If I can't stand this, actually there is connection loss, so that's why it will disconnect it. I connect with the internet. Now show the card here first. In the column A, B, C, it will say date, time plus employer name. There's a card employer number 1. Scan the card. This time you can add a buzzer just for testing. Same time I open the serial monitor, so I know it will fetching the because there's an internet issue. Successfully scan and it will little bit wait, so it will that internet is slow connection. That's why it will take a little bit of time in my days. So it will scan in little bit, and after that it will dim the in the serial print. Also printed the employer name plus time and date into attendance of this sheet. For this test, I will not set the proper timing because here I made this code someone else. I am using code from someone else from rural code, so that's why there is already Indian time zone, so I can further to change my time zone. So that's why it will showing the Indian time on the spreadsheet, but you can change your own time if you are using properly. Now this time my internet is deep disconnected because there is slow internet, light is down, so I will turn on my hotspot, so that's why it will quite slow. That's why it made a problem a lot. Start scan. This is a employer 2 card. It's the HTTP that code 320, and similarly you can see here 128 2030 2023 17 16 59, which is on time, but you can set your own time. Employer 2, but this is a card is employer 2 card. Now scan first employer card. You open the serial monitor at the same time to make sure card yes, you can see employer 1 7734. Similarly scan this card. There were 2 cards. Now test it. This is the right card. It will little bit waiting. Now try again. Because internet is disconnected again and again, so that's why we can reconnect the internet and now try this one. Employer 3 HTTP BDN HTTP 302, and also printing employer 3 at 128 23 17 19 51, which is Indian time, because I forgot to change my own time. Now put the start. So this is also start is include. So it also says apply 4 at 128 2023. Now it's put again. Now it's put the same thing again, because it is not for out, because it is for only in. So you may know it's in, now it's go out. So that's where you can make a simple RFID render system. So this time I will connecting this thing into a laptop. By providing this unit power, you can power this thing with any other thing. Let me show you one more demo so you can see it. Confirming these are the wirelessly transfer, not the cable transferring. Now I remove this for laptop and connect to power bank. In a side with the laptop. This MCU monitor is not working, because it will disconnect it from here. Now check the card. Card 1. This time I cannot work the CM monitor, but card scanning, it may be take a little time. You can see employer 1. If I place second card, wait for a while, employer 2. Wait for a while, employer 3, and then put this last one. Make sure the chain not shut in the employer 4. So you can see it is connected wirelessly. So there is no any connection between laptop to this unit. So you can connect this with 5 volt any doctor to any office in any place, and your server computer is available in any place in your office. Or this time you can connect not only single one to this single spreadsheet or one. You can connect 5 or 10 or 20 of these or 100 of these with single network and the spreadsheet. You can connect and you can use any more. So now explain how it works. This is node MCU based on the RFID RC522 RFID module, which are connected 3.3 volt to 3 volt of the node MCU. Ground to ground of the node MCU. Reset is connected to a digital 3 of the node MCU, and serial clock line is connected to the digital 4 of the node MCU. Serial data line is connected to digital 4. Serial clock line is connected to the digital 5. MOSIS connected, which is a master in slave out, is digital 7. Digital 6 is connected, node MCU digital 6 connected is MOS, master in, slave in, master out pin of this RFID RC5200. These are connections, and this is a COM port which are connected to the power bank. And this will again with the next video soon. By the way, I explain a little later on the screen share. Also, you can find all this in my video. Explain all of this node MCU RFID attender system. So there are basically 3 parts, 3 rows. So I did not, there are too much so I cannot explain all the rows. I tell basic thing. First, there is a code for writing RFID employer data in RFID using node MCU. Include SPI.h library for SPI communication. Include MFR C5200H.h library for in RFID receiver. Constant unit 8 reset pin D3. Constant 8 unit 8 SS pin D4. My MRF C5200 MFR C5200 SS pin reset pin. MFR C5200 MTF ARETT. So it will store integer block num2. So integer block Number 2, it will store the data. Byte block data 16, employer 4, employer name and employer number, which can store the byte, storing byte in the block 16 in number row number 2 in row number 2 block in the third byte buffer equals 8, so it will buffering the data. Byte read block data 18, so it is also reading the data from block 18 in third. Byte setup border 9066 for serial print, SPI brain for serial communication with RFID card, rfid int, so it will take enabling the card, serial print scan, card ID, card with user wide data, so it will print the user data plus the card number, while loop, for loop, there's byte I equals 0, I greater than less greater than 6, I plus plus t byte 1 equals 0 ff. If MF5200 PLC is new to %, return if MFRC PLC read retard serial. So if not MFR5200 PLC is new to %, so check whether start is new non-registered card, it will not read the serial. Return serial print N, serial print card detected, serial print card UID, for loop again, I0 and I greater than size of the UID, I plus plus, serial print UID in H, so it is also in decimal, serial print N M RF C522 PLC type, PC type, PIC type equals MFR5 PIC that type, MFRC5 to UID CTA. So print MFRC5200, which is a RFID reader, PIC that time name, serial print N, serial print wide to block, right to block, and similarly it will be printing the code into all the way to the bottom. Lastly it will else serial print block read successfully. All much, but you can find this code in my video description. Now explain the setting code. Basically there's 23 codes. This code is a setting code. First code you can upload the main code, which is white RFID node MCU code. In first upload you can upload this code into the node MCU, and node MCU connected with RFID card, and later then scan. You only change few variables. Let me tell you again. We change one variable, only change, which is here in the employer name here. Not anything changes, only change the employer name. This double quote. Now remove the double quote. Employer name plus number of employer, put in there, and then this code, upload with this code into your node MCU and stand on the first card, and then while opening the serial monitor can give you block versus read successfully. It will print the data. Your card is successfully, your data read is right in card successfully. Then swipe that other card and similarly change the employer name again with same code and employer number and upload it, and then scan setting card and same serial monitor it will give your card is your employer is registered in your card, then it gives the message or serial print. Then you can swipe the third card while changing the third employer name with third employer number. They all wait to them under. You can register maximum more than another or another employer targets with same way. Only you can need to change every time employer name plus employer number. Number is optional, you cannot and number only change name, and then you can upload the code and put the card scanner, and then change the employer name and re-upload the code and re-scan the code. This code much more time to that more user, more employer in the user card, set in the card. Once you get put all the employer in the code, then employer write in the card, then open the other code, which is this code, which is a doodle sheet code. So this is a doodle sheet based standard system. So you can also later create a separate code for doodle sheet, which we can later here we can set SPI library for SPI mutation MFRC522.h for receiver RFID receiver library, Arduino library for Arduino and also ESP Wi-Fi.h library for Wi-Fi limitation, Wi-Fi ESP8266 Wi-Fi multi.h library also is for Wi-Fi, ESP listing.h also for internet library, Wi-Fi client.h library for the send the data to the server, Wi-Fi client source.bsl.h library for also sending data in server, constant fingerprint equals 20. So it is here we set the fingerprint, which fingerprint coming from doodle sheet, which we can find later, which we can find when I go into the doodle sheet project, doodle sheet portion. So this is a fingerprint. So if you have any valid platform, which are registered platform, here you can use some sheet like a doodle sheet or spreadsheet. There are rules. So there are rules. So it will keep store place. So meaning there is no chance to theft and any data. The register, there is a company or register page. So there is no chance to theft the data. So that's why it will give by register some companies bigger companies to valid, agree or valid. There will security or not. So there will give secure or not. There will give a fingerprint which will expire about 3 to 6 months, and company pay from spreadsheet. Company pay from these footprint to in order to allow it is a safe. So that's why there is this fingerprint code, which is a code which is tells the spreadsheet is safe side. It is valid from some date. After it will expire, you can change this code. You can find this code into a market of the Excel sheet, spreadsheet. So this code is changed. Every person takes its changes. So every person have its own account in spreadsheet, meaning it will every person have separate fingerprint for valid using. Now we use SS pin. This pin is pin D3, SS D4, and buzzer. It is also known as a buzzer, which is a D2. I don't know that buzzer. And there will MFC5200, MFC5200 SS. This set pin will enable it. MFRC5200, MTF, ARETT, ESP Wi-Fi multi. So this will enabling the also SS pin, the receiver. At same time it will enable the Wi-Fi signal multi Wi-Fi ESP web server for sending data, and integer block number 2, which is number stores it will read the 2 number of the card which previously I stored the data. ID. Stream data to stream data equals, this is a website, which website it will upload the data, which is the Excel sheet address. And white setup is baud rate is 9066 for serial communication, serial print for loop T equals 4, T is less data than 0, T minus serial print setup wait for D flash, serial flash, delay 1000 milliseconds, which are one setting, Wi-Fi mode, Wi-Fi FTA, Wi-Fi multi AD zone. So Wi-Fi, there's a two password I defined. You can browse. Now there buzzer pin. There are two Wi-Fi because when I'm making this video, my main Wi-Fi is turned off, so I turn on the zone. So I put a two Wi-Fi. So you can put only one Wi-Fi international with password. Here pin mode buzzer is also output SPI BDN loop L MF MRC 502 PD if not greater than MFRC 522 IC if new tar percent return, so it will check whether tar is new. If not new, if tar is not new, it will return. If IMFRC 520 PLC read tar serial, so it will tar is not new, it will read the tar serial and return. Serial print read last data from tar, RFID data from blot read blot data, so read the data in number blot. Now the PFC RC 5200 PD, so there the serial print line, serial print F, serial print last data from tar, read data from blot num 2, serial print F, L data RFID blot num F